Welcome to the Mickey Updates podcast, starring Ed, Rob, Chris, and Travis. You've arrived at your destination for the latest happenings in Orlando news and reviews. There's much to learn about this beautiful global city, and there are 4 guys willing to explain their expertise to give you this knowledge from the world-famous Walt Disney World to the wonderful SeaWorld. The Mickey Updates podcast has your dose of the latest goings-on in the Central Florida region. Now let's welcome the 4 guys featured on this podcast, Ed, Chris, Travis, and Rob.
Alrighty, welcome to this week's Mickey Updates, the podcast 6-year anniversary. Woo, everyone in the crowd goes wild, and I turned off the sound effects. Yeah, I'll go back to the sound effects. Well, now they're not working. Oh, there they are, sound effects, yay. We have a great show for you this week. We have 4 guests on our show this week, 5 guests on our show this week. We have Michelle Yee, Kevin Yee, Corinne Anderson, Haley Haddock, and Jonathan standing by. I'm going to unmute their mics right now, and then we're going to thank our sponsors real fast, and then we'll get into the show this week. We're going to have a huge roundtable, and we are here live on YouTube. We are live on Periscope. We are live recording for iTunes. We are doing everything this week, and we are so glad to be here. And thank you guys for sticking with us for so long. We love you. You guys are awesome. I'm going to give you a round of applause. And I'm going to cut the music down just a little bit, and they should be here. Welcome, guys. Welcome to our 6-year anniversary. Thank you for being a part of it.
Hi.
Thank you for having
me. Hi.
I cut Kevin off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin's mute. Oh, nope.
I'm back.
He's back.
Sign language.
Hi.
Hello. What's going on?
Nothing.
I'm still not sure that's working, but I'll try it anyway.
So
there, now it's working.
We're whining.
We are live.
Whining?
On Periscope. I think Michelle's live on Periscope. We're doing crazy stuff.
Is that a verb?
Periscope?
I'm watching you all through Periscope. That's what I'm doing.
It works.
And we are live on YouTube, and we've got this massive chat thing going on. And let me, I hope it's not. I'm not bogarting the camera here. I should have it on you guys to switch around. So there you go.
Bogarting the camera.
Well, that's true. But so all right. Before we get started, we want to thank our sponsors real fast. We want to thank MapleLeafTickets.com. They've been providing discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at MapleLeafTickets.com. That's MapleLeafTickets.com. Or call 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837. Call them today and save $20 off a Legoland gate admission just by calling them on the phone right now. It really is that simple, guys. All right, we also want you to check out couponorlando.com. Check out Coupon Orlando for all your coupon needs in Orlando for attractions, food, what you name it. Coupon Orlando has deals on there, and we're updating it all the time. So make sure you guys check out couponorlando.com, and we have that ready for you guys. We also want you to know that the MickeyUpdates.com smartphone application is getting better. It's coming along. We are working on it as we speak, and I'm actually going to go take some pictures for it this weekend, and we're redesigning the whole thing. It's awesome. It's going to have the news, everything, and so on and so forth. And I also want you guys to know, too, just as a housekeeping thing, that as of today, I have submitted Mickey Updates for the Apple News app for iOS 9. So we will be in there opening day on iOS 9. We will be there's not a lot of people in there now, so we will be one of the few in there for Orlando attraction blogs in the Apple News app. So you can go there and search for us and see news from our site actually inside the app. So it'll pull up different stories from our thing, and once they release the developer bundles and things like that, we'll play with it more and custom tailor stories to that app so we can have them there for you with video and pictures and all the stuff that you can do inside that awesome application that is coming out for iOS 9. So it's just another avenue for us to get to you. So with that being said, we're going to kick things off with the news of the week. We want to thank our guests for being here this week. Kevin Yee from Ultimate Orlando, Michelle Yee, famous theme park Periscope, Mistral on Periscope. Haley, one of the best artists in Orlando that does Disney stuff. Jonathan, one of the coolest guys in Orlando. And Corinne, Disney lifestylers and Inside the Magic. And I'm not gonna. And that was a mouthful.
You got it, Rob. You got it. We get it.
Woo!
We understand
Did you
you.
mention
I didn't
Kevin?
even
I
sip
don't
my
think you
beer.
did.
The coolest guy.
That thing keeps breaking.
I'm drinking this Forbidden Traveler Apple Ale. It's pretty good. It's growing on me. It's not cider. It kind of tastes like cider, but it's beer. All right, so we're going to kick it off with some news from Walt Disney World. Victoria and Albert's at Grand Floridian Resort and Spa has introduced a new 10-course menu. The Victoria and Albert's, which is the only AAA Diamond restaurant in Central Florida at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, is introducing a new 10-course menu. The award-winning dining room is adding a new chef's degustation menu. That's what it says.
Oh my gosh.
A series of 10 small courses featuring some of Chef Scott Hunnell's favorite dishes inspired by the seasons and by his world travels to Asia, Spain, Italy, and France. The 7-course chef's tasting, the 7-course chef's tasting menu will remain, and the kitchen will continue to meld traditional with innovative cuisine. For an avant-garde, I hope I said that correct. I probably butchered it terribly. Culinary journey, says Israel Perez. Other big changes include a focus on food and wine pairings in the adjacent Queen Victoria room. With just 8 seats, dinners will be offered. Chef Hunnell's 10-course menu paired with exclusive wines from Victoria and Albert's impressive wine cellar. The wine pairings will be exclusive to the private room, and we want to enlighten our guests about how the chef and sommelier work together to perfectly pair food and drink. So there you go. 10-course meal at Victoria and Albert's. I know some of the people in the chat have been to Victoria and Albert's before. I'm sure it's an awesome experience. I think Kevin and Michelle have been.
Yeah,
We have, yeah.
I don't remember 10 courses though.
10
Well,
courses.
that's the new thing. Yeah,
I know, but I think we only had didn't we have 3?
We did, but they weren't the little small plates. What I think Rob's talking about are small plates that are intentionally smaller, but you get a different variety of things.
Yep, 10 small plates with a different variety.
So it'll be Victoria and Albert's tapas.
Yeah. The Move It, Shake It, Dance It, and Play It Street performance has changed. The Move It, Shake It, Dance It, and Play It Street Party at Magic Kingdom will be shown twice a day at 12:30 p.m., 5:40 p.m. on July 10th, 14th, 15th, 21st, and 22nd. Please be sure to check the Times Guide for any updated changes.
Corinne.
Doc McStuffins now meeting guests at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Doc McStuffins is now meeting guests visiting Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World in a setting inspired by her Playhouse clinic on the Emmy-nominated TV show Doc McStuffins. Airing on Disney Channel and Disney Junior, Doc is a nurturing 6-year-old girl who can talk with the stuffed animals she cares for. This show is just so creepy. It just keeps getting creepy. Guests also can see Doc McStuffins and Disney Junior live on stage and spend time with her during breakfast and lunch at Disney Junior, Play and Dine at Hollywood and Vine, both at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I gotta tell you, the Doc McStuffins character is probably the creepiest character I've ever seen at Disney. It just creeps me out. I don't know about you guys. No one's talking.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
It's like a giant doll. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I'm just going to say, too, that I just moved here on April 1st, which is why I have not yet seen that, right? And we don't have cable, so.
Yeah, excuses. You had plenty of
There's so many reasons.
You should put the big animal behind you on the screen.
time. I should throw up the Doc McStuffins on. You know what? I will find the Doc McStuffins.
Do it.
Let's see here. The Walt Disney World Railroad is closing for refurbishment this fall. The Walt Disney World Railroad at Magic Kingdom is scheduled to be closed for refurbishment October 12th through November 20th, opening to guests on November 21st. The Tea Traders Cafe by Joffrey's is now open at Downtown Disney. The Tea Traders Cafe by Joffrey's is now opening in the landing section of Disney Springs, located between the, I'm not going to pronounce it because I always get it wrong, but the Avivoli Gelateria, and that was horrible, and Chappelle Hats.
I
The
wouldn't have
shop specializes in loose leaf tea served hot, iced, blended, and even with spirits. That's what I need. I need a liquor tea. Molded after a 1940s warehouse setting, this modern meets old world tea cafe will feature teas from the finest tea gardens around the globe. Joffrey CEO Ted Abrams promises complex flavor profiles and hopes to introduce guests to the vast world of tea that can be not found in local grocers. So there you go.
I love tea.
So is this the same Joffrey's that opened all the other coffee stands?
It is the same Joffrey's that opened all the drip coffee.
So the Disney parks go from no external coffee companies, just their own coffee, to now Starbucks and Joffrey's having their own locations. Is it overkill?
Is it overkill? Someone told me a long time ago, I think it was Spencer, and he made a good point for them having both, which was the fact that Joffrey's is really good at doing like drip coffee, like regular, like just plain coffee, and Starbucks is more so like lattes and frappuccinos and things like that. So I guess in that sense, I don't see it as overkill. I don't know. But you're right. There never was. I think it used to be Nescafe, and then we switched over to Joffrey's.
Right.
I don't know how long we've had Joffrey's for, but even when they first got Joffrey's, they never said that it was Joffrey's coffee. It was always just coffee, and then they started advertising it. Once they put Starbucks in, they started advertising it a lot more. It seems like. I don't know. The candlelight processional dinner packages are now available. Dinner package reservations for the 2015 candlelight processional at Epcot are now available. Guests who have reserved a dinner package have guaranteed priority seating for the show. Packages are available for lunch and/or dinner, and include a 3-course meal of full buffet, depending on the location. And you can check out the prices on our website. So go to the website and check out that article, and you can see the prices on it. Tracy Morgan recently visited Walt Disney World. Actor, comedian Tracy Morgan and his fiancée Megan Woolover and daughter Maven Morgan take flight July 2nd, 2015 on Dumbo's The Flying Elephant at Magic Kingdom theme park. The family celebrated Maven Morgan's second birthday at Walt Disney World. Let's see here. Blaze Fast Fired Pizza to open at Disney Springs in May 2016, and I'm really excited about this. Blaze Fast Fired Pizza, the nation's leading fast casual artisanal specialist, today announced plans to open a new restaurant at Disney Springs. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's laughing. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry, Rob. I was laughing because Corinne's dog looked like it was her face on the screen.
That would be
Sorry,
funny.
that's all I was laughing at.
Hold on. So, Rob, go over this news of the Blaze again, because I just heard of this in our recent California trip. Friends of mine said it's kind of popular out there and it's new.
Okay.
So, where's it coming and when?
Let's see here. Let me finish reading this and I'll tell you. The Build Your Own Pizza chain, known for its chef-driven recipes and casually hip restaurants, will occupy a new 5,000 square foot building with seating for approximately 200 guests. Blaze, it's going to open in May 2016. It says Blaze Pizza is a modern-day pizza joint known for its artisanal pizzas. I'm probably saying that word completely wrong.
Artisanal.
Artisanal?
Artisanal, yes.
Artisanal.
Don't hurt yourself.
Made salads, blood orange lemonade, that sounds really good, and s'mores pie, that sounds even better. Each restaurant features an interactive assembly line, so it looks like the Chipotle of pizzas. Here, actually, I will throw up the screen here so you guys can see what I'm looking up. And you guys.
Pizza Press is kind of like an assembly line too.
It is.
It's like Subway for pizzas, and that's at Disneyland.
May 2016, though, that's almost not even news, because that is so far from now.
But you know, things seem to open every week at
That's true.
At Springs. So, And I'll throw this up here now so you guys
Where
can...
exactly is this one going? Did it say where it's going?
Let me see.
Is that the one next to the gelateria? No, that was the other one.
No, that was the other one.
That was the one.
There's the picture so you guys can see the photo of the they're like an assembly line. They have all the toppings laid out, and you can see them all assembling pizzas right there on the spot. It says it doesn't say where. It just says it's going to be a 5,000 square foot building with seating for 200 guests.
That's got, you know what, in 2016, that's got to be the area next to or between the parking garage and the current buildings, because there's no space. There's no space left for new
World of
buildings.
Disney there.
What about like right next to T-Rex?
Yeah, right in that area where the parking lot used to be.
Yeah.
Right, that's where they're building an entire outlet mall kind of covered area.
Yeah, they're doing like a what is it? What is that outlet mall? Or not outlet mall?
Premium?
No. The Artagon. It's like an Artagon. It's like little vendors or something, like artsy stuff.
We still haven't been there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like an art. Not like a flea market, but it's like they have like little shops like that are not like.
Well, I think Artagon is completely indoors. It's an actual mall, and the one, I think Ed was right. It's actually closer to Orlando Premium Outlets because it's a covered thing that is technically outdoors. Like they don't air condition the covered area, and I think that's what we're getting in this new zone between the parking structure and the existing Downtown Disney buildings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rob's taking notes.
I am taking notes. But yeah, you're right. In between the parking garage and where the parking lot used to be, is where that stuff is going to go, right behind there, and it's going to be like a glass ceiling or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It'll probably look pretty cool when it's raining, but apart from that, I don't really know. They haven't said much about it.
No, I was surprised. Like the first time I saw a photo of how far back that actually went, because I didn't know the parking lot was going. That's a lot of space, so they can put a lot of stuff back there. I mean, it goes all the way to the road, basically.
Right. I think Downtown Disney is basically doubling in size, essentially.
Mm-hmm. You think that they'll? My only question is this: do you think they'll retheme the buildings on the marketplace side? Are those going to get like a huge retheme, or are they just going to get like a new paint job?
I wouldn't. I don't know that they would need to. Are you saying that it feels old and dated to you without a retheme?
Well, I mean, the buildings look like they came from Marketplace Village, which was what it was in like the 70s or 80s. I mean, they look like old buildings. I mean, I would think that they. I mean, look at the buildings on Pleasure Island in that area there. I mean, they're all like copper roofs and all this like fancy schmancy stuff. I would think that they would have to do something, at least if they like updated the facades, like the roof parts, and you know, they don't have to do too much, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they could, but that would be a fair amount of expense for something that I don't know that it changes very much.
True. True. And, I mean, I guess I'm assuming they're going to keep all the stuff over there that's already over there. I don't think there's any plans to move anything around, like Earl of Sandwich and the candy store and Rainforest and all that. Plus the toy store and all that, they have big props in front of, so they couldn't change that stuff.
Yeah, I agree that they won't change the things that are props, and they won't move vendors around. I don't even think they'll bother retheming, because it's good enough, especially for most of the tourists who aren't here all the time. You know, they don't need it to be that dramatically different.
Yeah, I understand. I agree with you. I agree with you. I guess the only people that will notice is the locals. But all right, moving on. DVC members are going to get an after-hours beach bash at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. Disney Vacation Club members staying at Walt Disney World Resort can take advantage of the after-hours neighborhood beach bash at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park in July and August. This event is only available to DVC members and their guests and takes place from 9:30 to 12:30 or 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. With early admission being at 7. Members will be able to enjoy the attractions, water slides, beach party tunes inspired by Teen Beach Movie and Teen Beach 2. Family fun activities like hula hoop spinning and limbo contest and snacks and refreshments. The party dates are July 23rd, July 28th, August 4th, and August 11th. This party is complimentary. Yeah, this party is complimentary. However, advanced reservations are required. The party is only open to DVC members staying at a Walt Disney World resort and the number of guests staying in their accommodations. To make reservations, have your resort reservation number ready and call 1-800-800-9800 on the following dates. And you can see that on our website. So check MickeyUpdates.com and you can see the dates on there to make those reservations.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, too bad we can't go.
Yeah, I know. I've just never done these parks at night. I'd really like to do that sometime.
Well, we know DVC members. We could maybe ask them.
True.
It's only for DVC members?
Yeah, only for DVC members, and they have to be staying on property.
Reservation at the time, right? You can't just be a member and go.
Right, but if we pay for the room and there's enough of us,
well, then it's not free.
Well, right, but you're getting the room that's for free.
I guess.
True. I don't know.
It does sound really fun, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do Typhoon at night. That would be awesome.
I would love to.
Animal Kingdom has a new garden kiosk that's offering healthy items. Garden kiosks at Disney's Animal Kingdom is now offering some healthy items on its menu. The new items include the Trek Power Salad, quinoa, beets, edamame, and citrus, and a farmer salad, blueberries, goat cheese, and candied pecans, however you want to say that. Pecans.
Are you Southern?
See, it's from Florida.
Southern way. Pecans. Pecan, Sandy.
Pecan.
New beverages include the chilled green tea and cucumber mint pomegranate lemonade. All items are $5.49 or under and are included in the Disney dining plan.
Oh, that sounds good.
Cucumber mint pomegranate.
That
That's
sounds
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a statue. God.
It's a pedestal. All the pedestals are empty. Tell the story.
I would put myself
Okay.
on a...
I saved this one for last for Disney News because I figured we would want to discuss this a little bit. But the Bill Cosby statue has been removed from Hollywood Studios. Amid an online protest, the Bill Cosby statue at Disney's Hollywood Studios has been removed. The statue is part of the Television Academy's Hall of Fame in the park. New court documents were released this week where Cosby admitting to giving girls drugs in order to have his way with them. After this came to light, I can't say that word on this show. The online petition started, and within days, Disney removed the statue. No yet if Disney is going to replace it with another statue. So I don't know. Two things. First off, I'll ask you guys: are you glad the statue's gone? I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, I'm glad. I want to
I
throw.
have a really great idea.
Okay.
We need to go to Hollywood Studios and put our face on the pedestal, all of us.
We can do that.
Pictures.
At the same time.
We can definitely do
That
that.
would be great for tourists too.
Now I want to throw
I
This
some
is how we're going to post Mickey updates now.
You think
All
all be Bill
other
Cosby.
news that Robert didn't.
Exactly. I think
Whoa. Is it the Bill Cosby thing?
No, it's something else.
Okay, well, I'll do that in a minute. Let's talk about the Bill Cosby thing first.
Okay.
So now that Bill Cosby is gone, who do you want in its place?
Hold on, though. I want to ask whether we know if all of them are gone. I saw one online report that said all of the statues are gone, not just his.
Really? I
Walt?
didn't see that.
Well, all of the pedestals, apparently. That's just not all the pedestals, all of the busts. But I don't have confirmation of this either way, because that would make a difference. I mean, if you're
True.
asking who's going to replace it, well, nobody's going to replace it. They just took all of them out.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Ed, did you see any pictures of them all?
No,
gone?
I haven't seen any.
So I guess we'll find
Are
out.
we
I guess
monitoring
we'll find
Twitter?
out
Can you ask
Sunday when
Twitter
they're
to ask to tell us?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. I don't know if anyone is watching in the chat room or on Periscope and can answer that question. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen it, but I'll see it Sunday when I go, I guess.
But no, assuming that Cosby's the only one removed, then yeah, you could put someone new in there. It ought to be somebody who's like a big star for Disney these days. How about Chris Pratt?
Because
Okay.
in Jurassic World.
No, Guardians.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's Guardians.
It's gonna be Marvel has
But it's not.
Loki.
But it's not television though. That's not television.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
television.
Television. So
So
Isn't
who's
that
their
the
big star on
Academy?
television?
I got
Oh, this, I can't even television. Yeah.
Television.
they need that dog from Dog with a Blog.
No.
Yeah.
That's a terrible show.
The
What,
talking
Dog with a
dog.
Blog?
On the Disney Channel.
Might as well just get like
Dog
stuff
with a-
my dad says and do that guy.
William Shatner.
Yes.
Why isn't William Shatner on there? I would actually support a William Shatner bust in the
Nice.
park,
Cheese
but he'd
bagel.
need to like have
Shatner
sound.
or like Shatner from the 60s?
Oh come on, you would support a Dolly Parton bust in the park.
I would. Bust.
But they already have that at Dollywood, so it's already been done.
I see what you did there.
It's already been done though.
Molding the young minds.
Okay.
Someone said Tim Allen or Tom Hanks. I could see Tim Allen.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
good. That's a good one.
Tom Hanks done anything in TV since like Bosom Buddies?
I don't think so.
No, not that I can think of.
What
That's
about
good.
Tom Bergeron or whatever? Is that Disney?
Isn't he just what is
Guy who
he?
does
He just did
America's
American.
Funniest?
Yeah, but he just left American Funniest Stone videos.
But it doesn't have to be someone new. I mean, it doesn't have to be someone like. It's just someone that's been on TV.
How about somebody from like
True.
the Disney teen presence, like Ariana Grande? She can hate America from her pedestal.
That would be Nick, not.
Oh, that's Nick. Okay.
We could put Nick Jonas.
We're doing it tonight. I like this crowd. This one is gonna get like the best traffic. You watch. This show is gonna get like the most hits because of that line that Kevin just said. I'm gonna get so much
What
hate.
line did you
It's
just
not Disney.
say?
I totally missed it.
It's up to Kevin if he wants to repeat it.
It was about Ariana Grande, but I'm wrong now. She's
I
not
don't.
from Disney.
Oh, she
Hate America.
Donut Gate. Donut Gate.
You're funny.
All right, moving on.
Um,
Ed wants to say something.
Yes. Okay. So everything that's going on in South Carolina with the Confederate flag, there are supposedly what I heard. There's 4 flags that have been removed from the American Adventure. Now I know one of them actually had the Confederate flag. Now one thing I kind of think is I think since they were doing the Bill Cosby thing, they were maybe doing a little cleaning house, and they saw this going on, so they figured it's probably a good idea to take this out as well.
So they removed the Confederate flag.
Yes.
They removed it was from the American Adventures where they removed
Yes.
it from. And that when you go up the escalator and there's like a bunch of flags, that's where it was. And they did remove it. That was this week, like
Yes, it was.
like a day ago or something. Yeah, or 2 days ago. I don't remember. All right, moving on. It's a summer of Minion Madness at Universal Studios. Minions hits theaters July 10th, and Universal Studios is celebrating with all kinds of Minion fun this summer, including new merchandise and snacks. The Minion Sipper, you can enjoy a cool beverage in a Minion-shaped sipping cup, which can be picked up in the Production Central area at Universal Studios. Let me see if I can get you the picture of that up here.
Has anyone here seen Minions? Corinne, haven't you seen Minions?
No.
I've
I have.
Me and Ed saw it on Tuesday.
I have
It's
to
good.
admit that I do not like the Minions.
You don't like? Why don't you like the Minions?
They're Jello.
I don't like
They're
them.
like Jello.
I want to punch them all in the face. I hate
Okay.
Sorry. I just have to voice my opinion.
I didn't
Everyone's
like
different.
Which one is
Everyone's
the Minion in that picture?
That's
The,
so
the guy or the mug.
You're right.
But you can enjoy a cool Minion Sipper at the Silver Screen Soda in front of Production Central area, or outside Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, or at the Front Gate Popcorn.
I cannot picture Silver Screen Soda.
Freeze Ray.
There must be a stand because there's no restaurant named that.
That's what it says. Silver Screen Soda. I don't know. You can
They do
get.
sell a hard gun.
Do they?
Yeah, it's at the end of the Minions ride.
They do at the exit.
Yeah.
It's like a banana one too, or something like that.
actually pretty good.
Banana?
A freezing
I didn't like
smoothie
it.
available at the food and beverage kiosk.
What is
in Convention
cupcake cookie?
The whole thing.
Production Central Music Plaza at the Kids Zone.
No, skip that. Cookie.
Pizza is the Freeze Ray drink. You can get a Freeze Ray drink. There's a Minion cupcake and cookies available at Beverly Hills, or the Beverly Hills pastry shop in the front, or the San Francisco pastry.
Boulangerie.
I'm not gonna say that word. Boulangerie.
Boulangerie.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't
Said
bad.
pastry shop.
Ew, that's disturbing.
I don't know. What is that part?
You can eat the minions from upside down
Why do
inwards.
they have to eat it from its butt?
Super silly banana split Dippin' Dots. At
Oh.
Dippin' Dots carts near the Music Plaza stage, you can get super silly banana split
They can't be
Dippin'
as good
Dots.
as
Super
Great
silly
Peach
banana
Wine.
split Dippin' Dots. Super silly.
What is the Music Plaza stage? They're just inventing names now. These things never had names before.
The Music Plaza. That's always been called the Music Plaza stage. I knew that. The Minion Cotton Candy will be available at Silver Screen Soda.
No. Go back up to the picture. This is the butt
Yeah,
eating
look,
part.
this is one of the eating. And his name is Kevin.
What?
I was gonna say you're meeting people.
Stuart and Bob.
Kevin's butt.
Actually, one of the minions.
Which
is
is-
Kevin.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, is that a minion? I don't know the movies.
Yes.
Is there a minion named Kevin?
Yes.
There is.
He's
Oh.
the,
Does he wear a yellow shirt?
pretty much the main minion in this movie. So Kevin is the main minion in this movie.
He is the
Your name now means a minion instead of beautiful.
Guests can also, or Kevin Stewart and Bob will also be meeting guests after Universal Superstar Parade in front of Mono's Drive-In. And
so
guests can also meet the Minions at the Universal Superstar Character Breakfast inside the park. A Minion scavenger hunt and many photo opportunities, such as the Minions hanging out at the Universal Studios Arch, are also awaiting guests this summer.
Can we talk for a second about the character breakfast?
Yeah, talk about it.
I have not done that at Universal. In fact, I don't even know where they do it. But I am in support of them kind of taking a page out of Disney's book here, because it seems like with so much of the attractions, what Universal's trying to do is beat Disney at its regular Disney game. And so them doing stuff apart from attractions like character breakfast, as long as they have interesting characters. I mean, they tried that. So if you've seen the Superstar Parade, they've got a float dedicated to a bunny movie. I don't even remember what it's called. Hop. That I don't think it did that well, and people don't really know what it is. And so, while I appreciate the gesture when they did it there, I think it makes more sense when they do it when they've got actual characters that people know. And the Minions is a good one for them to do that with. I just don't know which restaurant they do that in. Pricing is like.
I think it's at one of the hotels.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to go back and look. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Don't pop up. Don't pop up.
Let's see. But yeah, I agree with you about that. The one thing do you know, Kevin? I know you can do this at the Legoland Hotel, and I thought this was a really cool idea. But you can actually, like at Legoland Hotel, you can actually have breakfast in your room, and the characters will come to your room and have breakfast with you. So like you can they have like Brickbeard and a few other characters, and they will literally
There's
come up
Buddy
to you.
too, right? But they don't eat. I mean, they're foam heads.
No. They don't eat, but they like hang out with you and do like a show in your room. Can you do
So
that?
they stand there and watch me eat breakfast and judge me?
Well, I mean, you have kids, so I mean, I'm sure the kids play with them while you eat.
Can you eat the peanut butter?
I think it would be funnier if they sat there like with their arms folded and watched you eat.
Like judging you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you pick up the third donut and they point to you and then they like shake their finger at you.
Didn't say the magic word.
Jurassic Park.
That's what I was waiting for. All right. Moving on. One Direction's Liam Payne visited Universal Orlando over the holiday weekend. After finishing the first leg of the European tour, One Direction's Liam Payne and family visited Universal Orlando Resort over.
Is this the guy that quit? No, that's Zach something.
You're asking the wrong person. But I can tell you about this group that is performing at SeaWorld this Saturday. Foghat, which is an awesome band, is performing at SeaWorld Orlando this weekend, July 11th and 12th, as part of their Celebrate America concert series. The classic rock band gives an intense, high-energy performance. Foghat's audience consists of fans of all ages, from kids who learned about Foghat from Guitar Hero 3, like this guy over here, to boomers who bought their award-winning albums over the decades. Foghat has achieved 7 gold records, 1 platinum, and 1 double platinum. Their best-known hit is the rock anthem "Slow Ride."
Are you allowed to go fast?
I don't know this. I don't know this at all. Foghat is their name?
Fog hat.
You never heard of Foghat?
Never heard Slow Ride?
Like Foghat, like hat.
Ride, take it easy. You never heard that song?
Are you gonna go, Rob?
Yeah.
Am I gonna go to Foghat? I'm not going to Foghat.
Why not?
I like fat.
Because I'll be at Disney World this weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's this week.
I forgot that every time I plug in my phone.
But concerts take place at 5 and 7:30 in the Nautilus Theater, which is air conditioned. So you can enjoy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Did they finish the run of the Nautilus Theater, the show?
Yes, it finished in like spring, like early spring.
That's the Chinese acrobat show, basically.
Yeah,
the
Allure.
fisherman show, yeah.
Allure is what it was called.
Allure, that's it. That was a good show. So
And
they
then-
don't do anything in the daytime there?
Yeah. No, they don't do anything except on the weekends now, because that's when they have the concert series. Which I think that theater is a lot smaller than the Bayside Stadium.
It is, but I can see, holding their stadium. I'm sorry, their concerts indoors. I could see the allure.
Much. Oh.
What?
I don't know, but
You missed
yeah,
out.
but that was one of the things they advertised when they had us do the media event at SeaWorld, was that theater was air conditioned. So I don't know. But another news at SeaWorld, they have already started marking the lines for Mako at SeaWorld. So if you go to SeaWorld now and walk the pathway in front of Nautilus, you'll see like actual like spray paint lines where they're getting ready to put stuff in for the coaster and getting things lined up for the Mako coaster.
That will be a happy day.
That's
So
gonna be cool.
it is coming.
Looking forward to Mako for sure. A hypercoaster in Orlando.
Orlando has needed one for a long time, and I really thought Busch would build one first, but SeaWorld's good too.
It took me about this long to recognize that the lights are reflecting off the top of my head, and
Yeah, you look
I've got
like extra
horns.
lights.
Yeah.
Brought that up
You
yesterday.
got halos.
Yeah, Jonathan said something about that yesterday.
All right, one more to go here. Hot summer deals at Busch Gardens Tampa. Busch Gardens Tampa is offering great ways to experience world-class thrill rides, live entertainment, and up-close animal encounters with hot summer deals. $15 at Busch Gardens Bucks with a 2015 fun card for a limited time. Receive $15 of Busch Gardens Bucks when you buy a 2015 fun card online. Guests can enjoy again and again access to Busch Gardens through December 31st, 2015. And use Busch Gardens Bucks on dining, shopping, reservations on their first visit. What did it say? The reservation on their first visit. Busch Gardens Bucks must be redeemed by September 30th and will be valid only on the date the voucher is redeemed at the park. For more information, visit buschgardenstampa.com. Pass member and fun card holders can bring a friend for $25. Pass members and fun card holders can bring up to 2 friends for only $25 each this summer. That's awesome. And share the excitement of fireworks and thrill rides in the dark during summer nights. The limited time offer is valid for 1 visit to Busch Gardens and is only available through August 16th. Restrictions apply. Log on to the Pass member website for more information. So you can bring a friend to Busch Gardens for $25. That's pretty awesome. Totally worth $25 to go to Busch Gardens. All right. Moving on from that, I'm going to send it over to Ed with the news and the rumors segment.
Yes, and we are starting with the weather. Starting with Saturday, July 11th. It's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 97 and a low of 75 with a 20% chance of rain. Then on Sunday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 97 and a low of 74 with a 20% chance of rain. Then Monday is going to be night thunderstorms with a high of 94 and a low of 75 with a 40% chance of rain. Then on Tuesday, night thunderstorms again with a high of 93 and a low of 75 with a 40% chance of rain. Then on Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 92, a low of 75, and 20% chance of rain. And as far as rumors, so Mario Kart is coming to Nintendo Land, possibly.
Ooh, Mario Kart?
Yes. And
Okay.
And I'm glad Michelle is here because I do want to. I've heard some details about it. So
Because I kicked out at Mario Kart.
now, well,
That's true.
Yes.
Besides that, on a constant basis.
yes. Now someone says it's going to be screens, but here's where it actually gets good with the use of screens. First off, you can do multiple tracks, which I like that. And the way it's going to be, and this is what I heard, was there's going to be multiple multiple. It's going to be multiple cars. So like it's going to involve the KUKA arm, which is good about that is, for example, like when you hit the banana peel, you spin out. Am I correct, Michelle?
Yeah, you spin out when you hit the banana
Right.
peel.
Yes. And then, for example, when you hit so you'll be able to spin out. And then with the blue,
So you actually get to feel
the
I don't know what you'd call those,
I guess
explosions or
power-ups.
power-ups. Yeah.
which I think
Explosions.
really sold me, and then being able to use, being able to do different tracks. Because one thing I actually liked about the new Mario Kart is that it was with the DLC. They actually have an Excite Bike track and F-Zero track, so you can actually cover things with that you don't not be able to cover.
That's pretty cool.
So
Hyrule track.
I have a question here. So does that mean that it's dynamic? Are you playing the game and
You're playing with other people.
Wow.
You're playing with everybody. Like, I don't know the exact number, but I
you're
think
going to push an accelerator pedal or something like that, or is it more like Star Tours where there's a path?
No. You're pretty much think of it this way. You're going to be the vehicle is probably going to be like the standard Mario Kart shaped vehicle, and it's going to have probably a pedal and a gas, and I think under it is going to be maybe like a suction type thing where that is connected to the KUKA arm, and that's where you're
I don't want to sit on a suction thing.
Yeah, I don't want to sit on a second thing. I would like to be bolted, please, because if this thing is like flinging me around, I don't think the suction cup is going to hold me. But maybe if they put dog dew on the suction cup. I've heard if you put dog dew on the suction cup, it holds longer.
What?
What?
I mean, it'll be
Dog dew? Dog dew on the suction thing?
Rob, I think you're missing the point of the suction.
How did we get here?
Dog dew makes it stick better.
okay.
What?
I mean, it's going to be connected to the KUKA arm, so the point I'm trying to make is the standard Mario Kart, and the bottom part, maybe more in the middle, is going to be connected some way to the arm.
So, but my point is that it's playable. It's not just a predetermined.
No, you'll be playing it because I think, and this is where I think this is where it's going to get good. Is it's going to be like what Disney Quest should be now.
That's true.
Right. So the way to think.
I will say this, you can't call it virtual reality, and the reason I say this is because the president of Nintendo America does not like virtual reality, so it won't be considered virtual reality. Well,
the way to think of this then is less amusement park ride and more arcade.
This is like arcade. Interactive arcade.
Because there are linked arcade things. I mean, you think back to Disney Quest, you've got, or even any arcade, really, you've got all those racing car games that are lined up next to each other.
Daytona.
And they are playing that. It's just a different world that you're in.
And I've seen, I saw this week, I think it's West Coast Customs. They actually have they have like all the Mario Karts, like they built them like in real life. Like they built little go-kart versions, but they basically designed every Mario Kart and built one out. All the different designs that they had in that game.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have a ride though. I mean,
being able to play, I mean,
no, I think
I can play it at home. I don't need to feel what I'm playing. I'd rather have like a ride.
I don't know. If they were to do a ride, my thing is like, how would you feel the power-ups? You know,
same way you feel with the KUKA arm.
Yeah.
Something would have to go horribly wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. And second off, it's more of a safety issue. I mean, if it was to be a ride, it would totally be like the Tomorrowland Speedway, which is kind of
No.
Well, not if it was. Not if it was a KUKA arm simulator that was.
Not the KUKA. No, I think you like a ride.
A Harry Potter type ride, where you're in a cart though. You're not flying, obviously, but just driving along the track and stuff.
If it was a set like program every time, there would be nothing wrong with that. It'd just be the same thing. You wouldn't be in control.
Yeah, it wouldn't have repeatability. I mean, Star Tours is all about repeatability now with the changes.
If they had the different tracks, it would definitely have the repeatability.
They could still have multiple tracks. I don't know.
But you don't actually have to. But still, you don't want to play. You just want to.
They should take it to the next level. Where like if Bowser bumps you from behind, he makes dragon babies.
Or no, he breathes fire at you or burps or something, and it smells like chili dogs.
Yes, nice.
It's already been done. Sorry.
You're a terrible person.
Someone wants to know who is on Periscope. Wants to know who's in the group with us tonight, and it's Kevin Yee, Michelle Yee, Haley, Jonathan, and Corinne are all here with us tonight. And is that it for the rumor stuff, or is there more?
That is it.
Okay, so moving on, I'm going to talk about something that we can all participate in. I'll start off with something that I know we all love. Well, I know Haley and me love, but that's Kings Orlando. And we recently went to Kings a few times, and we had some awesome food there, and it was really good. So I thought maybe we could talk about that, and then we'll talk about your art, Haley, of course, too. But you like the food very much at King's, yes?
Yes, the pizzas are so good, and I'm actually a vegetarian, but their veggie options are amazing. They're really good. Everything is homemade in-house, right, Rob?
Yep, everything's homemade.
And
Yep.
it's amazing.
Good old cookie dough.
Really good.
That's right.
Really
Cookie
I
dough.
want it. It's bocce.
Ed, can you show us the pin, please? The bowling pin.
Oh.
Bring it to the camera.
It's right here.
The bowling pin is
Yeah, I
right
see
here.
it. Pick it up.
This is my bowling pin.
So
I
can
got-
we hear the story from you, Rob, of how that ended up on your desk?
Kevin was actually there for this too, so I have a witness. This is actually a real thing. So we were at the media event for Kings, and I was just bowling, and we got to the end of the media event, and I was like 10 strikes in, and like 10 in a
Perfect
row.
game at this point, mind you. When he says 10 strikes in, perfect game.
And then I got to like number 10, and I got that, and then the 11th one. It was either, I think it was the 11th one. Yeah, the 11th
It was the
one.
11th one.
And I got 9 or something, and then I got the spare after that. But I was almost about to get a perfect game, but I got a 279. I think it was a 279. I don't remember. But I have the highest score at Kings in Orlando, and I still have the highest score at Kings
That's
in
awesome.
Orlando. So I have the highest bowled game at Kings, and I still do till this date. And they've been open for what, 2-3 years now?
So you didn't mention the part where the bowling pin comes from, but the media contact and the managers were they came over just delighted that here it was media night, and here's one of the media guys
anybody
going
has
up
ever
and
bowled
just
in.
destroying everyone else. Like basically almost a perfect game, and they're just so giddy. They're like, we got to get this guy a bowling pin. So I think this one was a production pin. I think they pulled it out of the back.
They did.
That's awesome.
They did. They went back. Rob went back into the back, who's the PR manager, and I went back into the back and actually brought that out and gave me this pin because I have the highest score there. So.
Because I haven't played there yet. No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Well, we didn't do bowling yet, but me and Jonathan have done bocce ball and pool there now.
I
haven't done the pool there. But the other thing I want to do is the shuffleboard. Is that what they call it? The slider thing?
We don't have the shuffleboard anymore.
Oh, they got rid of it.
They got rid of the shuffleboard, but they have more pool tables, and then they have the bocce ball, and then they have the bowling.
So
But
the
I don't-
bocce is outdoors but covered, which is nice, although it gets a little hot in the summer, of course.
And then they have this game there now that everyone's playing, and it's like so stupid simple, but it's really hard. Where there's like a hook on the wall, and you have to get this ring on the hook. I have to show you next time we go. It's like some drunk game that they have there for people that have been drinking. It's like really hard. It's like really hard to do, but it's like really simple. The rules. I don't know. You have to see it.
All right, yeah, I don't know what that is, but we're here to talk about the food, and I've tried the food, but I've not tried the pizza. So since Haley and you have been talking pizza, I haven't. I want to go back.
Oh my gosh, it's
Well,
so good.
They don't want you back. I'm just kidding. Their pizzas are the best. FYI.
And,
I
and
don't know, I actually haven't had
Pizza?
anything.
I had like a buffalo chicken bacon pizza. It was pretty good.
and we only had
Those
the late-
appetizers were good. Those tractorial bites or whatever they were called.
Oh yeah, the pterodactyl.
Oh,
Yeah, those were really good.
And then
So
the
Rob, inquiring minds want to know if King's Pizza is better than the new hot dog pizza.
Oh
Oh.
my God, hot dog pizza is just a Frankenstein pizza. But yes, anything is better than hot dog pizza.
Mhm.
I forget who that's from. Pizza Hut, I think.
Yeah, pizza, the sausage or American hot dog pizza. I don't know what you call it.
Great.
Oh, American hot dog.
American awesome pizza. The desserts were good too last time too.
Oh yeah, we know. Ask Haley.
The homemade cookie dough was to die for. It was amazing.
We also had Sunday with apple turnovers in it. That was really good. So, yeah, fresh. It's awesome. We definitely have to go back. And they have a late.
Does King still have the tap your own beer set up at some of the tables in the bar area?
They do.
Whoa.
They have like 3 tables.
Right. So those of you who haven't seen this before, they've got like this setup in the middle where you can choose which beer you want, and then you just basically pour your own. And apparently the computer knows what you've done, so you don't get. It's not like you're getting away with anything for free.
Mm-hmm. And they take a tally of what the machine is at when you start, and then what it's at when you finish. I think that's how it works.
I'm making my own.
It has like on the screen or something. But yes, it's awesome. And then they have really good drinks too. They keep changing the drink menu, but they have really good drinks.
Do they still have the fizzy lifting drink?
Fizzy lifting drink. That's right.
They don't drink anymore. They said that they would have kept the fizzy lifting drink, but they were afraid with the dry ice that someone would do something stupid with it, so they had to take it off the menu.
Oh.
You
know what? Someone would have done something stupid with it.
Swallow it. Durr.
But yeah, Corinne went with us too, and she had a good meal too. I don't know if she had a pizza or a salad. I forget.
You had a sandwich, right? Or didn't you have like a sandwich burger thing? No, Corinne.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chop.
I did. I had
She doesn't remember. I think she had a meal with Bill Cosby at King's.
Oh!
Bill Cosby. Quitting pop.
Oh boy.
I'm taking your pedestal away, boy.
Wow. All right. So moving on from that, I will talk a little bit about this past week we got to go to Tom and Chi and try that out. That's a new tomato and cheese grilled cheese restaurant at the Crossroads Plaza, which serves up grilled cheese donut sandwiches, which are basically you can either get a grilled cheese, which is just cheese between 2 donuts, or you can get a dessert one, which is what we got, which is a grilled cheese donut with we got ours had mascarpone cheese in it, berry compote, and strawberries, which was really awesome. And then we also had actually had some food there, like the actual entrees. We had I had the bacon and brie grilled cheese, which is bacon pieces and brie cheese on white bread, which was awesome. It was really good. I had that with potato soup, which was their soup of the day, and I forget what Ed had. Ed had like a combination. Let's see, what did you have? You had bacon, pepperoni, brie, Gouda, onions, and white bread.
Yep, it was awesome.
But yes.
So Ed, tell us how the donut compares to the cronut, or at least the Epcot version of the cronut that's for sale there next to Canada.
It looked better.
The donut's good. I mean,
it's not anything like a cronut. It's more like a Krispy Kreme donut split in half.
So which one is sweeter, the cronut or the Tom Chi donut?
The Tom Chi.
It's sweeter. Okay.
The Tom Chi.
Yeah.
Because it has a glaze on it. It's not just like cinnamon sugar. You guys should definitely go there this weekend. I'm telling you, it's really good.
Can I ask you something, Rob?
And they have vegan cheese.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yes.
So, what time did you guys end up going on July 4th?
We went there at like 12:30 or something.
Because Corinne, Jonathan, and I, we tried to actually go to Tom Chi that same day.
4:30, I think,
it
on
was
July 4th.
so weird, though, for like a new business in Orlando, especially on a holiday. We were sitting at the Noodles and Company right next door, and we watched them turn away about 10 people trying to get in to try their sandwiches. And they had a vegan option, which I was going to try because I thought, anytime I can eat vegan, I do. But I just thought it was so strange how they closed at such an odd time, especially on a holiday when everybody else was open.
I found that...
No sign on the door.
No sign on the door at all. Nothing.
They posted, obviously you wouldn't know about this because unless you go to the restaurant, you wouldn't know that they have Instagram or Twitter. But they posted something on Instagram like at 2 o'clock saying they were closing at 4:30. So people.
I just feel like that's weird.
I understand what you're saying. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird for them to close early.
Well, especially for a new business. That's what
I want to figure out exactly where this is. So you said Noodle Company. So I got what we're talking about with Crossroads is the 535 road where the sketchy grocery store is and the Fuddruckers.
Right across the downtown Disney entrance.
Right. So I know where Noodle Company is, but next to Noodle Company is Moe's, isn't it? Or is this on the other side of Noodle Company?
Other side.
If you're facing the Noodle Company, Tom Chi is directly to the right.
Oh, it's to the right. Okay, I don't know what was there before. I was trying to figure out what it was.
Right next door.
I don't think it was Moe's.
It was crazy, though. Like, people kept trying to go in, and they really, I mean, they lost a lot of business that day, I have to say.
That was when they grand opened that weekend, too. That was like their
crazy. That's just not, I don't think that, I don't know.
Maybe they ran out of food.
They probably gave a lot of business to Noodles and Company because that's where we went.
I like Noodles and Company, by the way. I think it's all right.
You know, to be honest, I have to agree because they have really, really great vegetarian options for me. I do.
Kind of 50-50.
If you're looking for, you know, like vegetarian options, I think it's really good. Like we went there for the first time that day, and I actually really liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm an omnivore, and I do not get the meat at Noodle Company because it's just extra expense.
I get extra.
Yeah, that's true.
I got vegetarian.
Yeah, and even the meat that they have there really isn't that good. Like the
Interesting.
chicken is like not. It just doesn't look. It's like really weird chicken. It's not like I don't know.
Okay, so hold on. I have to ask something back to Tom and Chi. The name comes from tomato and cheese, right?
Yes.
And so the grilled cheese got that. The tomato, that's from a tomato soup. Is that right?
Yes, because the idea is you get. They have what's called dippers. So you get a tomato soup with your grilled cheese sandwich. So you have a dipper to dip the grilled cheese in.
But so you get that whether you order if you just order the grilled cheese and don't bother ordering soup, you get the dippers?
No. You have to order the dipper. It's only like $1 more though.
Okay. Well, I don't like tomato soup, so I would probably not do that.
And they have 3 different kinds of tomato soup, and then they have a soup of the day. But this restaurant, the reason why I think it's so popular is because they were on Shark Tank, and they actually got picked as one of the people on Shark Tank to get funding, so that's one of the reasons why they're so popular. And they actually say that when you go in the restaurant.
Right. So about grilled cheese, though, this is the second time grilled cheese has come up recently in my life. The other time was today. We were talking about the test track thing, taste track.
Yes, which I want to try too. I'm actually gonna think in Sunday I might try that.
So I don't know exactly what that is. I think it's gourmet grilled cheese. Sandwiches of various types, and it's outside of Test Track on the way to the Cool Wash area.
Yeah, right across from the Cool Wash area. And they have like theirs is like a grilled cheese with like apple slices on it or something. It's like bacon and brie and like apple slices.
Okay, no.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, but it really is something like that with like apple slices or something.
I like apple and bacon and brie actually. Am I the only one?
There's only
I can cook it.
No, it's good.
There's only like 2 flavors, but the thing I like about Taste Track is of course it's Disney, so it's like $10 for a grilled cheese sandwich, but it comes with a soup. So
Ooh.
And guess what you can choose? Guess what your options are? Tomato bisque or lobster bisque.
Ooh, lobster bisque. I like lobster bisque.
I noticed something at Disney World last week, and I don't know if this is true out here too, but the Disney chips are gone. Is that news to anyone?
Oh, the Mickey Mouse shaped
they had like Doritos and Cheetos and stuff.
Oh, I don't remember that. Was it like were they like the Chip and Dale's like chips?
Yeah, the branded chips are gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
I don't know. I didn't see that here.
I have not paid attention at all.
Somewhere, someone is now starting an online petition to bring them back.
So here you go. Here's the sandwiches at Taste Track. They have a Gruyere and applewood smoked bacon with caramelized onions. They have a fontina and tomato basil with balsamic glaze on sourdough bread, and a Canadian cheddar and apples with apple butter on cinnamon raisin bread. So there you go.
Corinne, how you doing there?
I'm almost falling asleep. I'm tired.
Oh.
So
I woke up really early to go shopping.
What? Girl, I've been up since 6 o'clock. You woke up at 10.
How old you have?
9.
Right.
I woke up at 9.
Yeah, you woke up at 9. Wink, wink.
all right. So now that Haley is here, I wanted to give her a chance to talk about her artwork and stuff like that because She does some amazing art. So now that you're on the show, it's here you go.
What do you want me to say?
It's up to you. What do you want to tell us
So,
about your art?
well, I I was gone like partially to actually turn on some of the lights. One of my main things I love to do is add lights to Disney projects that I design and replicate. So I can even show you if you want me to take the
Yeah,
computer.
that'd be great.
Okay, let
Kind
me
of show
try.
us and tell us what we're looking at, so the people that can't see
Oh,
but are hearing
I mean,
can get a description.
okay, hold on one second. I just detached you from this. Can you talk real quick?
Okay.
Okay, there. Okay, awesome.
Yep.
So here,
I hear you.
let's start over here.
Okay, we're
For
looking
those
at.
of you that like the Haunted Mansion, I don't know if you can see that. It's my Madame Leota. She is glowing in purple. She's a little hard to see because the light is on. I also made a couple other things. These ears are actually made by recycled ears. She's amazing. Here are some more projects. Can you even see that, Rob, or not really?
I can see it a little bit. Can you describe it a little bit or something? Just so
Yeah.
for the people that
A
aren't,
lot
that are
of the
listening.
stuff. A lot of the stuff I do is in shadow boxes. So I sculpt most everything inside of the shadow box, and then I add lights and other stuff. I paint the sculptures, I add moss. I pretty much will do anything I need to do to get the finished idea completed. I know it sounds a little confusing, but always in my head I have an idea, and I like very, very rarely do I ever change that idea when I have something in my head. It's hard to explain. I get that question a lot, but it's really difficult. Let me see. Here's more.
So go back if you could to the Lion King one. It was hard to see in the nighttime view here, but it was it's the not Simba, Mufasa. Mufasa.
Yeah.
Mufasa in the cloud.
It's actually Mufasa and Simba. So Simba is looking up at the cloud, and Mufasa is in the cloud. So I sculpted both Mufasa and Simba, and then I used some fake, just fake plant, I guess you would call it, and also some moss, and I put resin for the water. It's really hard to see, but you can actually see there are metallic stars in the background and also in the water. It looks really cool, I think. I don't know, in person.
When we talk about sculpt, what we're talking about is clay that you bake and then paint.
Yes. Those are my secrets.
Awesome.
Those are my secrets. And then this one's a lot easier to see, though. This is the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. And I'm sure you can also see the little horn ducks back there, also from Alice. I have so much art. I could spend all day talking about my art if you gave me the chance.
Hold on, you're not off that easily. You have to show us Harold.
Oh, okay. I will. Hold on one second. Let me try to rearrange this. Hold on. Sorry. I have to pull them up so that you guys can see them in the light.
Oh,
so this is. Can you see him?
We can see him, yes.
Okay, so this is Harold from Disneyland, not Disney World, Disneyland's Matterhorn. And he actually was recently refurbished, which I have to admit, I don't really like the new refurbishment of him. I really prefer the old Harold. I miss him, and I love the crystals. Riding it as a little girl, the crystals with all of their changing lights used to be my favorite, and they totally took him out of the ride, which makes me very, very sad. So I'm not sure if you can see them, but I actually added the crystals. I had to custom order them from China, and then I actually put different colors in, like underneath them to make them glow pink, yellow, and green.
So one of the questions I'm getting, of course, is everyone wants to know where they can find your art, where they can buy your art. They're all very interested in seeing photos of your art. So
awesome, that's great.
Places that you are available.
So you can find me on Facebook if you just type in Creations by Haley, and that's Hailey. You can also find me on Instagram, and it's just at Creations by Haley, same spelling, Hailey. And I just started a Twitter account, and that's just my first and last name. That's Haley Haddix, Hailey HADDOX. That's just a Twitter account. I just made it. I'm really new. I honestly have no idea how to use it, so it's really new for me. But you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm really active on both of those sites.
So, Rob, can I jump in at this point and point out what Haley is a little too modest to say is that she does commissions, and
yes,
so
one of a kind. One of a kind.
One of a kind stuff, and you know, our family has commissioned an artwork from her ourselves, so that's how much we believe in the artwork, and I'm glad that you're not showing it to us because I want to see it in real life before I see it through the screen. But can you talk a little bit about when you do commissions, what determines price?
To be honest, it all depends on the piece. I mean, I can make anything from a necklace to a painting to a three-dimensional like shadow box like I just showed, which would be something like Harold or the Lion King piece. It really just depends. I mean, I love doing one-of-a-kind commissions because one thing I really don't like is replicating something I've already created. I love to make new things. So any idea that you have, I believe that I can make it. And it just depends. The price always varies on, depending on what you want. It's hard to determine price. It is. But I mean, talking to the customer, or I should say, follower, whoever, it's a lot easier. I don't know. I don't know.
You work with people and decide, or like trying to work inside their budget usually.
Exactly.
Right, so if someone comes to you and says, I've only got $300 to spend, then you could talk to them about what's possible with $300.
Definitely, yes.
And then, but the shadow boxes can be a little more than that if they're elaborate, for instance.
Oh, of course, because one shadow box usually takes me, I'm not even exaggerating, it takes me anywhere from a month to even longer to make because everything inside is made by me. So I hand paint the background, I'm sculpting everything inside, I'm trying to find the perfect plant that I need. Like, it's hard to describe, but it takes so long. So you have to factor in, like, time. And then, of course, the cost and supplies. For something like a shadow box, just in supplies alone, it usually costs me, like, $200 to $300 just in supplies and trial and error because everything's one of a kind. So I don't know I know what I'm doing when I'm creating something, but I also don't really know what is going to happen. It's hard to explain. Does that make sense, though? I don't know. I'm trying.
No, it makes sense to me. And
Yeah.
People on Periscope were of course asking, and they're excited. They're going to check out your stuff. So
yes, please do. Feel free to private message me, direct message me, anything. If you have any questions at all, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, thank you for that. Make sure you check her out on Facebook, Creations by Haley, and on Instagram and all those different places. And look at her artwork because it really is awesome. And I've seen it in person, and it really is really awesome. Even it's even much better in person. So you just have to check it out. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Rob.
Before we go on here, I want to give Corinne an opportunity to talk because she hasn't had an opportunity yet. Is there anything you want to tell us? You're like the merchandise queen, so is there anything that you want to tell us about merchandise or anything you want to talk about that's exciting for you right now?
I don't know.
Other than Tokyo Disney merchandise, we all know how much you love Tokyo Disney.
Yes, I love all the Tokyo Disney merchandise. Okay, so here's a question a lot of people ask me all the time because I do post a lot of Japan and Tokyo Disney merchandise, and of course the first question you always get is, how can I get a hold of it? It's not the easiest thing because all the merchandise from over there is usually you have to have a Japan address to be able to even order stuff online. So my recommendation is there's two personal shoppers that work just like Walt Disney World personal shoppers or Disneyland personal shoppers over here that work in Japan that can help you out and order from any online store or even go to the park and pick up stuff for you. And the one girl who is on Instagram is called Allirina, which is Allirina. And the other one is Disney Dream Store from Japan on Facebook. So those two are great. I've used both of them as personal shoppers, and I mean, you still have to pay like shipping and a personal shopping service fee, but it's if you want some really exclusive merchandise and really, awesome stuff, I recommend using them. And if you want to see Disney Japan items, you can follow my Instagram. Or my Facebook, or my Twitter, or whatever.
Give us the names of those, Corinne.
Yeah, we need the names.
Alarina on Instagram.
Not
and
that.
then,
Not that. Your Instagram and your Twitter.
okay, yeah. On Instagram, I'm Disney Lifestylers, and on Facebook, I'm Disney Lifestylers too. And then on Twitter, I'm D Lifestyler, because Disney Lifestylers is already taken.
So I want to interject here. I just got back from Japan, from Tokyo
about the
Disney.
merchandise, Kevin.
That's right. You're doing a whole tour. We'll have to talk about
this
that.
is my second trip to Japan. I do them with big, long vacations, so it's like 10 days each time I go. And the last time I went in 2007, there was a lot of, there was more merchandise that was specific to the parks. And so the reason I raise this is to point out that when we went this year, a lot of the merchandise is really character-centric. So, of course, there's Duffy, and everyone knows that the Japanese love Duffy. Mm-hmm. And Duffy has his bride, Shelly May. And Shelly May has a pet, or Duffy has a pet now called
Gelatoni.
Gelatoni. Here's Gelatoni.
Oh, my God! You bought it
adorable!
So here's Gelatoni.
I had to buy one.
And he's very soft, I will admit.
He is very soft.
It's like Ed's beard.
No. But Chandu is the cutest Disney character kitty ever.
So this is from one of the rides. But no, that's not where I'm going with all this. Except for Chandu, most of the time you do not find merchandise about the parks. So when you go to Disneyland, when you go to Disney World, you'll find merchandise about Pirates of the Caribbean, Tower of Terror. You name the ride, there's merchandise for it. There is nothing at Tokyo Disney. It's almost all Disney characters.
And there's nothing that says like Tokyo Disney Resort or anything like that?
No, you can't find a T-shirt that says that on it. So I wanted to give that heads up that I agree with Corinne. What they do is really cute. A lot of their merchandise is just cute stuff. So what is this?
It's a hair.
It's a hair thing. What used to be called a scrunchie, right?
Yeah.
And so it's got this bow tie at the end of it.
But it has a little dangly Ellis too.
Oh, I know. I mean, here's the thing. I think they go really cater to the female audience with a lot of accessories and jewelry and bags and all stuff.
No. But it's a different culture over there. There were full-grown men walking around in like pink Mickey things.
Yeah, exactly. Because like the hat.
Okay with it.
They were singing Yata as well.
Anyway.
So before
it's more girly, but the whole culture is more girly over there anyway.
So there is a lot of merchandise, but it is cute, like Corinne says, but it is character based. That's the point I wanted to make, is that it's not about the parks.
What is really nice with their character base is that they kind of give more tribute to rare characters. Like I see a lot of merchandise with Clarice from Rescue Rangers. You see Figaro from Pinocchio a lot. You see Marie from Aristocats. It's like characters that you can barely find.
Toulouse this last time when we were walking.
Toulouse and Berlioz.
Toulouse and Berlioz walk around characters.
Yeah. When do you ever see merchandise for that here in the U.S.? So I think they try and find characters who are like lesser characters in the movies, but if they look really cute, they make whole ranges with them.
We saw a keychain that was a plush Cleo from Pinocchio.
Yeah, I know. I love that they kind of pay, and even they just came out with a whole new jewelry collection featuring like DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, and it's like you never see that here. So that's really cool.
So for Kevin and Michelle, you guys just got back from your 30-day trip that included theme parks pretty much every day, not just Disney parks, but parks around the country. Is there any highlights you have from that, or anything you want to share? Anything from Tokyo?
There's nothing like the caldera of Disney Sea. Mm-hmm. So Disney Sea's castle, its main center point, is a volcano, and it's man-made, of course. It's I don't know how big it is. It's 300 feet,
gigantic.
300, 400 feet tall. It's not America, so there's no blinking light at the top of it for airplanes. It's just a volcano. And you look at it and you walk into it, and the level of detail, just intricate detail, is astounding. I mean, it looks like it was taken from nature. And it's all around you, and there are 4 or 5 rides around you in this volcano, in this caldera. And you sit there, and the first time especially you walk into that caldera, your
jaw will drop.
You breathe it in, and you realize this is what people have been thinking about Disney parks and theme parks in general for 50 years. This is it. I mean, it's immersion in a level you cannot imagine until you've been there. So pictures do not do it justice.
Not at all.
You know, as a Disney fan, you'd happily hang out on a bench for 3 hours at a time, just being in the middle of this volcano. Just it sounds stupid because it's a mountain. We're talking about a mountain with bare walls around you and so forth. But it's highly themed, highly painted. There's lots of little intricate details throughout, and they obviously spent billions of man-hours, person-hours doing this thing.
Absolutely.
And you know, we joke sometimes about you come across something that they spend a lot of time doing anywhere, not just Tokyo Disney, but they spend a lot of time doing, and it's just like in football, like a penalty has been thrown, right? Unnecessary theming. And so that's what it's like at Tokyo Disney, is like, hold on, foul, unnecessary theming. There's just so many tons of details that people are not going to notice unless they have a million hours on their hands.
It's
and
overwhelming.
Yeah,
it
so
really is.
So the things you love about Disney parks are taken to the nth degree at the Japan resorts. So that's what I would say about that. I mean, you mentioned we were gone for an entire month, and we were. We had 10 days or so with amusement parks in the East Coast, roller coasters, 10 days or so at Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Magic Mountain, a lot of it at Disneyland and DCA, and then Tokyo Disney. So, I mean, we're exhausted, but that's the way to do a vacation. I mean, it was really fun.
Well, I mean, the East Coast tour alone and all the Disneyland stuff is, I mean, that just sounds awesome. So, I mean, yeah, I'm in for the Fury.
Fury, it's the fastest coaster, obviously, but you can feel the speed, and the thing just glides. It is so smooth. It's a beautiful thing.
So where's Fury 325? That's at Carowinds?
Fury 325 is at Carowinds in North Carolina.
Right.
Well,
South Carolina
and South Carolina, but technically North Carolina.
Is that just a over the shoulder restraint like most coasters, or?
No, that one is a lap bar. That's it.
Oh, really?
So it's mostly a hypercoaster. It's the second hypercoaster in that park. They've got Interceptors.
Intimidator.
Intimidator, yeah. And so it's a great ride. Don't get me wrong. That having been said, the highlight and coaster for me was a surprise. It was at Magic Mountain in California. Twisted Colossus.
Amazing coaster.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's really good.
It surprised me in 13 different ways.
Yeah.
Don't they have one of those sections
the G-forces surprised me.
The other side or something?
The upside down hang time surprised me. The track layout, I'm not going to give it away, but the track layout surprised me.
But it goes upside down, but that's also just a lap bar.
It's just a lap bar that you go upside down, yeah.
There's no over-the-shoulder restraint, and you're hanging, yeah.
I was worried about my kids.
In California,
I was worried about
places.
my kids, yeah. No. So.
Usually California is way more strict on that thing.
And so the air time is just insane.
It's phenomenal.
It's one of my top coasters.
I think that might be my top coaster, actually. I loved Fury.
Wow. I would be afraid of falling out. Be like, I'm going to die.
The new streaming meme.
That having been said, we finished.
X2 is the most frightening as far as that goes.
We finished up
also at Magic Mountain.
We finished up the 30 days at Disneyland and DCA, and that's the right way to do it. I mean, you know, I come from Southern California, and Disneyland's my home park, and spending 4 out of our 5-day tickets at Disneyland, 1 day for DCA, that was the right. It felt right to me to finish a whole month of vacation of parks, Disney parks, other parks, just with Disneyland. It's the right way to finish. It's Walt's original and still, in some ways, the best. I mean, you just can't beat it.
Now, you saw the new stuff for the 60th celebration, the Diamond celebration? Did you enjoy all the festivities for that?
We knew of some of it. I mean, we knew to watch the parade. We knew to watch the fireworks.
World of Color.
World of Color had been updated. I knew of some of the ride updates. So Alice in Wonderland has had numerous updates at Alice in Wonderland,
Fantastic.
and those surprised me. That took a dark ride concept and really made it a little bit like Gringotts. You know, there's screen stuff in places you did not expect. So the ride vehicle hasn't changed. It's still a slow dark ride, a bus bar dark ride even. But what they do with theme-wise is it was out of the
incredible.
ballpark. Yeah. Mansion has updates. Pirates has updates. Peter Pan has updates.
Indiana Jones.
Indy has updates. That one surprised me. I did not know that Indiana Jones had updates. I don't follow the news as much these days on the West Coast.
And you like the fireworks show and the paint the night and all that stuff.
Yeah, Michelle, tell us what you think about those two.
Why? Well, I did Periscope all of that, so you could have watched it.
From your Periscope.
Hint.
Yeah, I know. Don't follow me on Periscope or anything.
Mistral.
I said your name like 5 times already.
So, okay, World of Color should probably just be renamed World of Neil Patrick Harris. And also, it was all about Disneyland, but it was the attractions with Neil Patrick Harris in them, which was weird. But it was really good. I love things with attractions in it, but we're in DCA watching about how much we love Disneyland. I'm like, should I be leaving? Should I not be here? That didn't make sense to me.
That's not at all what Rob asked. He asked about the parade versus the fireworks.
He did? Yeah. I thought we were talking about just nighttime.
World of Color is fine. World of Color is fine. I'm okay.
Paint the Night blew me away in ways I never thought possible. I knew it was an electrical parade, but wow. It had technology I didn't even know existed.
It's like the 21st century electrical parade.
So let me add a little detail to that. So the original electrical parade is little bulbs with colors, and if you look at the whole parade, it's the same thing float after float, different colors, mind you, but the technology involved is the same thing from float to float. So with this new parade, Paint the Night, you almost get the impression that the designers were given a mandate. They were told, go forth and figure out 35 different ways that we can use color on a float. You know, different technologies, different bulbs, different LEDs, whatever, and we will make it rainbow colored on each one of them. So it's got every float is different. Some of them are screen based. Some of them are based on little pegs of light. They've got literally got the
plastic glowy thing.
Light bright pegs, if you remember those. It's one of them. So it turns rainbow at some time. And then the sorts of things that make glow toys. You know the spinners that you sell at Disney parks, the glow toys. That sort of technology involved on a different float. And so they're not restricted to just one type of glow. And so it really does feel more like a rainbow of lights in the middle of night, and it's fantastic. It's very easy to watch. Now, tell us about the fireworks.
What about them?
Were they better than Remember Dreams Come True?
No. See, instead of what they did with Remember was what they did over at World of Color. Like, remember how much we love these things? And this one was more about the movies, which. I mean, I love the Disney movies, but
it's Disneyland's birthday.
We're celebrating Disneyland. I don't know.
So the Remember fireworks at Disneyland from the 50th, I guess.
It was the 50th.
They included not just the attractions, but they had some unique things. There was one moment where the Matterhorn and the castle were shooting fireworks at each other
during
Pirates, as if they were bombarding each other, the castle and the Matterhorn. It's just the first time you saw it, it was just phenomenal. It blew you away. You're just like, what? How is that possible?
And it was Julie Andrews.
And Julie Andrews.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience from start to finish. The current fireworks are less emotional about the parks, let's say. They do involve the Matterhorn still, but what they do now is they put projections in the Matterhorn. And I didn't see it, but apparently they take these projections and also put them on the screens at Fantasmic. So if you're stuck over in the river area, you still see the projections that would have been on the Matterhorn and on the castle. But that having been said, it felt a little less emotional, a little less felt.
It didn't hit me in the way that Remember did.
That Remember did, yeah. So, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but we didn't make an effort to see it again. Actually, we used
that time to get out.
And meet the crowds, yeah.
Which was the one where they shot the projections on Main Street?
The fireworks.
Was it the fireworks?
No, that's during the parade.
Oh, it's the parade.
Okay.
That's during Paint the Night. Yeah, we watched Paint the Night from a couple different locations, but we
couldn't really see Main Street.
We couldn't really see it from Main Street.
To get a spot on Main Street, you need to literally be there about 3 or 4 hours early.
It's not a good situation for tourists visiting from out of town.
Yeah.
We've got limited time. It's really built more for the annual pass holders.
You have to give up a half a day of time just to wait.
Okay, so the most important question. Did you see Captain America and Thor?
Of course! Come on! I am female.
So
the face characters in California versus Florida, hello!
We did see a hot Jasmine, that's true.
They are gorgeous.
Okay, so
all of them.
there is one other thing in terms of news and updates to update people on. Phantasmic is now Fast Pass only.
What?
Really?
For the most part.
There is essentially no viewing for standby. There's definitely no blankets on the ground.
No.
I mean,
3 hours early.
They're so tiny to begin with.
It's terrible.
So the way they do it is they issue you a Fast Pass starting from the beginning of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow fills up first, and then comes blue. Yellow is most of the front section and the center. Blue is a little bit behind that. The true center is taken up by dining. So if you dined at Blue Bayou or whatever the dining plan is for Phantasmic, Riverbell maybe, then you get the very front middle section. And then there is a standby that comes at the very end over towards the Tom Sawyer Raft area.
The smoking dock.
Smoking dock. It's not a big area, but I think people ought to know that if you're going to go to Disneyland, heads up, Phantasmic is now basically Fast Pass only.
Wow.
No idea.
And you get to that early too, because they just shuttle you into a section, and it's up to you to get.
Yeah, your return time, you need to be at the front end of your return time.
You could still have a Fast Pass and still end up 20 people back.
That sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
And when do you?
It was pretty bad.
Is that something you'd have to get a Fast Pass for, like in the morning?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's unconnected. It's disconnected from the rest of the system.
Right, so you can
get your Fast Pass and then immediately go get Space Mountain or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. So speaking of Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, what were your favorite attractions what are your favorite attractions at both those parks?
Sinbad.
Sinbad is a Small World type ride in Tokyo Disney Sea.
Ride.
It's a Small World type vehicle, but the world of Sinbad, and it's a musical. The song is extremely catchy. The animatronics are advanced, so there's the size of Small World animatronics, but they got the movements like the Auctioneer.
Mm-hmm.
They're very advanced.
The score is by Alan Menken also.
So there's a Little Mermaid guy.
Very catchy, very good.
So that's our clear winner for us adults. Our kids preferred Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is a test track type ride. Completely different theme. You're going down deep into the earth and seeing weird stuff. Let's just put it that way. There's a thrill to it at the end. Over in Tokyo Disneyland,
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, Pooh's Honey Hunt, or whatever it's called over there, is it's a clear winner. So in Orlando terms, I would say it's like the vehicle system you know from Antarctica, the Penguin ride. That's the vehicle system.
Except a million times better than
there's no tracks involved. They move around together. Except that there's a lot more fun to it in the Pooh ride. It's not the newest ride there. The newest ride is probably Monsters Incorporated.
Are the movements like the same as Antarctica? Or does it have any better movement than Antarctica?
There's one thing. It's the cars themselves don't move, but there is one visual thing that's very different from Antarctica. So it's Winnie the Pooh. There's a room that's dedicated to Tigger. And when you show up there, you've got the foreground, you've got the middle ground, you've got the background, and they all start bouncing slightly offset of each other to imply that we're bouncing along with Tigger. So Tigger sings his song, and the whole room is bouncing while our vehicles do a little tiny bit of motion-based movement. It's extraordinarily fun. So Michelle is objecting to my description.
They don't move.
The vehicles don't move?
The vehicles do not move.
All right, so apparently the illusion is that good. I thought the vehicles moved. They don't. It's all the room bouncing. But
Wait,
otherwise, the vehicles...
Can I ask something? Is this supposed to be new? Because you're talking about the Winnie the Pooh ride at Disneyland, right?
No, the Winnie the Pooh ride at Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So there is a Winnie the Pooh ride at Disneyland, but it's a traditional dark ride with regular vehicles. In fact, the vehicles there have the motion base, the motion base that we have in Orlando, but we noticed on our trip, maybe it was broken, but they did not move. So they just did regular dark ride stuff. They didn't do the motion-based stuff in our Anaheim the most recent time. I don't know when they turned that off.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. But I've seen video of that ride. It does look really awesome. And you're right. The vehicles, from what I saw like on YouTube, I mean, not having seen it in person, look like identical to the ones at SeaWorld for Antarctica. They're just painted differently.
Yeah, the concept is called trackless. I don't really know the correct industry term for that, but they really don't have a track in the road per se. It's controlled more by GPS and motors within each vehicle. And so there's this one moment where you're in the Heffalumps and Woozles room where there's like 9 vehicles at the same time.
9 vehicles and Woozles' car.
And you swear that you're going to hit each other. It totally looks like it, but the computer does this amazingly complex dance to make it work, and it never breaks.
Wow, that's awesome. Huh.
Incredible.
Yeah, I want to ride that. Let's go.
Sorry, guys, but I have to go.
Okay. Bye, Corinne.
Bye.
Bye. All right, before we go, before we end the show, I want to do one last thing with Haley. You guys got to see Illuminations for the first time this week, and you also got to see the 4th of July fireworks.
The what fireworks?
The 4th of July fireworks at
Epcot. 4th of July, okay.
So I wanted to ask what you guys thought of that.
Okay. I thought they were really good. The problem is Disneyland is also my home park, so I try not to, but I have to compare everything I see and experience. It's so hard not to because Disneyland, it touches me in such a way, it's pathetic, but I can watch the fireworks and cry. Maybe because I'm lame, but also because
both made me cry without fail every time.
So different, and so it's hard because they were good at Epcot, they were, but at the same time, it's not the same. They were good, but I didn't get that oh my God feeling. You know what I mean? Like that's That's all.
Can I ask about Jonathan's reaction to it? Because the purpose of 4th of July, Epcot, and New Year's Eve Epcot fireworks is to overwhelm you with World War III. So the barges they're called World War III barges, meant to overwhelm with these explosions. So, Jonathan.
If you put it that way, I was like...
Yeah, I thought they were awesome. I think I got a sunburn from the finale.
And the gas barge in the middle.
Possibly, I don't think I didn't need my contacts for a few days because it was LASIK surgery. So yeah, it was really awesome.
They have awesome lasers, though, right? The lasers are awesome.
So what about Illuminations, Haley?
Same. I thought it was okay. I have to say the Illuminations, right? That's what it's called. I liked it. I thought it was really good, but same thing. It's different, you know. To be honest, any given day, I much rather watch World of Color than that. It's hard. It's hard for me because
World of Color, not Neil Patrick Harris World of Color.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just different. I liked it. I thought it was really good, and in a way, it sort of was like trying. It was like trying to get into my heart, but it wasn't. It just wasn't.
I can totally understand it though, because I would be the same way about the stuff here, and when I went to California, because this is where I grew up. So
yeah,
seeing Illuminations here is like home for me, and then going to California, seeing World of Color would be nice, but it would never stick with me and be something that I'd want to see all the time. It would never
Rob,
with me.
I have to say that we're taking you to Disneyland.
Oh God.
Eventually. It's happening. I'm planning it out of my head already. When I make a plan, I stick with it. I stick with a plan when I make it. So that's happening. I don't know exactly when, but it's happening, and we can do a Periscope when we're there and see a reaction. You're gonna cry, and I will supply the tissues. I will hand you all the tissues that you need. We'll cry together. We can cry on each other's shoulders.
Well, it's not like that hasn't happened before during a fireworks show. I'm not afraid to admit that that has happened before. So.
Kevin, I have a question. Did you get to go see Mickey and the Magical Map?
We did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Oh my God! What did you think of it?
Are you familiar with Animazement, which was there before?
No.
So this would be late 90s Disneyland in the same theater.
Yeah, I was like 10, so no, not really.
Oh, an age joke. Okay, I see how it is. So it's the same idea in the sense that what they'll do is they'll sing medley of songs and in fact sometimes overlap the songs. So there's one moment where Pocahontas and Mulan and Rapunzel are singing their song and harmonizing over each other.
Wow.
And you know, that sort of thing happened in Animazement, and that's what I noticed at first. And I thought that when I saw it here in Mickey's Magical Map or whatever, that it was the same sort of moment, and it worked just as well. I thought it worked as a moment. The show was entertaining, and the look in her face says
that show. Literally watching that show made me, oh my God, the whole audience was like, oh my God, like freaking out, because you never see in the Disney parks Pocahontas, Mulan, Lilo and Stitch, even Jungle Book. You don't see those. So having it all in a show, it was amazing. Mulan, Pocahontas, those princesses are fierce. They are my favorites, and like having them together in a show, I was blown away, crying, immediately went back the next day to film it. Like I was like, we stumbled upon it. It's a Small World, and we're like, what's this over here? And we went over there, and I was seriously speechless. I just thought it was amazing. And Lilo and Stitch shaking his butt, that was awesome. YouTube it.
So it was during this show that our 8-year-old, whose name I will not mention on air, announced that he realized Mickey laughs at everything because he's always laughing. Every time Mickey talks, he begins with.
I've seen him nervous before, though.
He's always laughing.
This is true.
That's a good thing.
But I have seen him get nervous before. I have made him nervous. When me and Lon asked him if he was going to marry Minnie anytime soon, he got really nervous and started pacing around the street on Main Street. This is Talking Mickey, and he paced around and then he grabbed his collar and after a minute and said, "It's getting hot in here," and he paced around some more, and then he looked at me and he said, "How about another photo?" And then we took another photo.
Interesting.
Yeah, when next time we go to Magic, I will get that reaction out of him, and you will die. It is like the best Mickey reaction.
Okay, but So can I?
Yes.
Can I ask you guys though? So was it not up to your standards, the show?
I don't typically like shows. Sorry.
What? Even Aladdin?
Much better than anything else that I've seen in that theater.
Aladdin.
What about Aladdin? Disney California Adventure, you didn't like Aladdin?
That wasn't in that theater. But yes, my two favorite shows that I will go see repeatedly are Aladdin and Finding Nemo the musical.
Talk to the left hand because you ain't right. That's a joke from Aladdin.
My favorite joke from Aladdin this time, though, was Genie was talking to the Sultan, and he had his stick, and he's all like, "Is that a selfie stick? Those are illegal now."
Oh, no.
That's good. That's good.
No, come on, it was
Oh
funny.
my God, Disneyland! I'm gonna ship myself there. What do you think would happen?
I heard the wrong thing.
No, you heard the right thing. That's what she said.
What?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Family show.
All right. I think we've talked for like an hour and 40 minutes here, and it was great having you guys on, and I really enjoyed having you on the show.
We love you, Rob. Happy anniversary again.
And I love you guys too, and I think that one of the best parts of my 6 years, if I can be sappy for a moment, is meeting you guys in that 6 years. Awesome. So it was totally where I would totally do it all over again if to have you guys as friends. So there you go. There's my sappy moment. But so before we go here, I want to say give one more quick shout out to our sponsors, and I want to thank you guys again for you guys who listen to our show every week and go to our website and check out Coupon Orlando and all the stuff that we do. And thank you because honestly, I've been doing this for 6 years, and I still don't understand why you people want to listen to what I have to say or are interested in what I have to say. But hey, here we are. So I'll just keep as long as you guys are interested, I'll keep continue talking at you, I guess, or I shouldn't say at you, but talking to you.
Down upon you.
Yeah, I'm talking at you now. If you don't go to Epcot tomorrow, no, I'm just kidding. But we want to thank our sponsors real fast before we go, and I want to definitely, as always, thank you guys first for 6 years. It's been awesome. It's been an awesome experience. You guys have stuck with us through the whole thing, and our fans, and have been awesome. So thank you guys for that. And we also want to thank our sponsors, MapleLeafTickets.com. They've been providing Discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at MapleLeafTickets.com or call them at 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837. And we want you guys to check out CouponOrlando.com. That's right, CouponOrlando.com. You can find all the greatest deals on CouponOrlando.com. And you can find deals for anything to do in Orlando, eat, drink, any of that stuff. We have deals on there for that, so you can find all that great stuff. So we are going to cut things off here. We want to thank everyone for joining us. You guys are awesome. We want to thank all of you that watched live. We want to thank all of you that are listening now on iTunes and downloading, and make sure you check out our website. Our app is coming back. I'm sorry I don't do well with the sappy stuff, but you guys are seriously awesome, and you're the reason why we continue to do what we do, and you rock. So we're going to cut things off here, and you know what? This week, let's see here if I can find it. Before we go, I will give you guys a little Festival of Fantasy music to cut out the show this week. So thank you guys. Have a great week. We will see you next week. And if the rest of you want to stay, once I cut this off, we will still be online. We can still chat if you want. So.
Oh, yeah. I'll stay.
All right. Give me one hot second here, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Trying to cut the audio off, but it's not going. Well, luckily I can edit this out.
Broke it, man.
I broke it.
Okay. Nope.
Where is it?
It's loading.
Oh. Why does it take so
Hear ye, hear ye! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Magic Kingdom. You are warmly invited to join Mickey Mouse and his Fantasyland friends for a magical celebration in the streets. Dreams will come true, hearts will soar, and you will become a part of the magic. For the time has come to take your places. And
there we go. Muted. Muted. Okay, let's do this. Watch. That though. Myself too, because I don't want to
We're still muted, I think.
No, we're not.
Oh, she heard us. At the top, Haley, at the top.
What? Are we all supposed to be muted? Rob, you're muted too.
No, you just remuted.